let's talk about his guy, Trump, yeah?
Trump. Okay, first of all,
Ooh.
Trump is a nigger. Bill Clinton was the first black president. Listen, Bill Clinton was the first black president because he played saxophone and he was a womanizer, straight out.
Okay.
Right? And he was smooth talking too. If you watch any of his speeches, if he was running in the 21st century, he would have beaten Trump because it was all about unifying the country. He wasn't a bad president. Obama is a coconut like me, black on the outside, white on the inside. But Trump is a certified nigger.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
His picture, his official picture, is the picture from his arraignment at Atlanta when he's looking like this.
Yeah.
Right? Everything he does is nigger. Look at the thing that happened with Colombia. So he wanted to extradite the Colombian illegal immigrants to Colombia.
Yeah.
And the president was like, no, we're not taking them back. You have to treat them fairly, yada, yada. You know what he did? He says, I'm going to put 25% tariffs on all Colombian products. A week later, I'll put 50%. I'll make it longer for Colombians to get visas. Any Colombian official connected to the ruling party is going to have sanctions put on them and their family members. 2 hours later, the Colombian president sent his own plane to America to pick up those illegals.
Real bad man.
And you know what Trump did on Truth Social? He posted an AI-generated meme of him with looking like a mafia boss, and in the background is their acronyms of "fuck around, find out." He's a nigger.
Okay, that guy, I feel like he doesn't have too many limitations about his politics these days.
But the thing is also, he's like, the thing is, you have to give it credit, right? Everything he's done so far, those are things he promised. So the first place he went was North Carolina.
Okay.
He brought the families out,
Yeah.
allowed them to grieve their grievances.
Yeah.
And when they were saying, oh, the insurance company aren't giving us our money, he's like, name them.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to California, argues with the LA mayor, right? And you know what happens halfway through the argument? Someone just take the mic away from the mayor. And he goes, look, you shouldn't have to wait a week or 2 weeks to get your houses.
Yeah.
You're going to put your houses now.
What do you mean now? How?
Like right now, so you see all the houses that burned down.
Yeah.
They can't access them. So if your house burned down, if you go there, he says you can't access them. You need like a police escort because there's hazardous material, even though everything fucking burnt down. So he was like, no, why should they have to wait 2 years or 18 months or whatever? They should be able to go get a dumpster and then just remove everything and start building straight away. Right? He stopped the DEI bullshit that everyone hated.
What's that?
DEI, like hiring people based on their skin color or sex instead of merit based.
Okay.
Right? And people are getting mad about that because it's like, you need to hire the best people for the job, not because you need representation.
Yeah.
Right? It's 2025. Right? So it's about how good you are your merit based.
Okay.
Everything he's talked about, he's already started doing.
Do you think it's actually merit based, or is still kind of it's a discrimination type of situation still? Because I feel like merit based, it's understandable. You know, it's very, very, very understandable. But entry level jobs sometimes are very discriminative. If I can say.
It depends on where you're applying for entry level jobs. If you're applying for McDonald's and you're some 16-year-old kid, they're gonna take you.
Yeah.
Right? But then it's like, it got to the point where like they would have like diversity departments where they have to hire more black people and more women to fill the roles, not because they were competent, but because they want more representation.
Okay, I understand that, but what I'm saying is, without that, those kind of things like put in place, don't you think they still discriminate? Because merit based is never it's a thing. I understand what you're trying to say, but then it's not logical in the sense of merit based it's not like they're gonna screen your CV and say, he did this for the past 40 years or 30 years. He should get this job.
Wait, are you talking about how like they say like entry level job when you have to have a 4-year degree and 3 years of experience?
Those kind of no, not even that, just that, right? But then how do you have a degree and 3 years experience at the same time? How does it work?
Oh yeah, that's like unrealistic expectation
Yeah.
for a lot of these entry level jobs.
Mm.
But like merit based is more of like, because I follow a lot of American politics.
Yeah.
So it's just like a lot of people would be like, there was a I'm trying to remember. Shit. Continue, man. My brain is.
Okay. So I'll put my point out there. I believe that there still has to be restriction on the employment level, because America is very well known to be not racist, but there's a lot of discrimination based on race, and all of those, right? And because of the antics they have right now, it doesn't make sense for me when you say it won't be it's just merit. No, it's not just merit. If I worked as a black person, I've experienced 10 years experience, right, in this industry. I have my degree as well. I apply for the same job as a white guy. I believe that he will get it before I get it.
But then also that's the other thing. Also, like this is why I don't trust mainstream media,
Yeah.
because there'll be a lot of stories like that, and then like you see like either a black guy or white guy will comment in the thing
Yeah.
about their own personal experience, and
Yeah.
you still get those guys like, yeah, I faced that. But then there'll be other ones where it's like, no, as long I have the experience and
Yeah.
I got the job,
Yeah.
I think most of it is blown out of proportions. Why I don't I don't trust BBC, CNN, Al Jazeera, none of those shit. I get most of my news from Twitter, because like if you post something
Yeah.
right now, in the comments, people will be going back and forth about, okay, here's a video link,
Mhm.
what he's talking about.
Mhm.
Okay, here, I worked at this place. This is what I saw. Here's
Mhm.
even a video.
Mhm.
So people will be like
It's
Elon
back and
Musk.
forth. It's basically back and forth.
Elon Musk says we're the media now,
Mhm.
right? It's no longer these big giant corporations trying to push their own fucking narratives.
But I believe that when you say that, Elon Musk himself is a giant corporation.
Oh yeah, he's a giant corporation.
He is like 3 massive companies alone.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, I agree with that. But at least with him, when he posts something on Twitter, he even gets community noted.
Yeah.
The community notes, I think, has like leveled the playing field, because
Mhm.
there's so many times, like, you know, when Biden was still in office, he'll post something, or Kamala, or anyone, they'll post something and then community notes.
But who writes them community notes?
So I'm not 100% sure, but I think the way it is, example, like let's say we're talking about a stat about illegal immigration,
Yeah.
right? They will go and look for articles that they
Mhm.
that can have that links directly
Mhm.
to where the stats are being pulled from. Like, no, actually, this, and this,
Mhm.
right? Because if you spend the time with the community notes and you look at it, it's like, oh yeah, the community notes are right.
Yeah. But then who is the person in charge of that?
That one I'm not sure, and I have to look on.
I feel like
There has to be someone.
yeah, there
controls
has to be
that
some
community.
supervising that
Yeah,
over.
yeah, that's true, right?
Who controls the narrative?
So
Because there's always a narrative. There's always something pushed out there,
yeah,
right? So there's someone who has to be behind it.
right. So community notes, from what I've seen at least, right, on the things I've seen big people get community noted,
Yeah.
is being factual.
Okay, so it's accurate, basically.
Yeah, but I trust it more
Yeah.
than mainstream media, because
Yeah.
at least like if community notes is wrong,
Mhm.
you can go again in the comments and
Mhm.
people will be going back and forth, and over time you develop the skill of, okay, I trust this guy because the last 10 stories he's broken, he's been honest,
Mhm.
and if he made a mistake, he'll be like, hey, I made a mistake. Example, like you listen to, Sean Ryan, the podcaster.
Mhm.
He's like the second or third biggest podcaster.
Okay.
He's a former special forces, worked for
Oh, yeah,
CIA.
I remember that guy.
So I remember he put out a podcast and there was some information, and then the next day he put out a 2-minute thing. It's like, hey guys, there's some information I got wrong. I just want to apologize to you.
Mhm.
So for me, he earned my trust through
Mhm.
that, right? And then when he has on things that are a bit speculative, like the thing that happened with the guy who blew himself up in the Tesla, at the beginning of the show, it's like, yo, look, again, we verified as much as we can, but
Mhm.
we urge you to go do more your own research,
Yeah.
right? So he's willing to like apologize for a fuck up.
Yeah. I believe like media is these days, it's not very I'm not gonna say the all wrong or right, but then the headlines are just very, very subjective and biased.
Yeah.
My